Okay, standing around in the blue chips build of the 248k run on a ribbon world with a 10 times multiplier. I'm trying to fix it because we broke it last time, and we deliberately broke it last time. We know what the issue is here. We gave it some more beacons as well, so they should be a bit happier. Some of them are still waiting for modules by the looks of it. I don't have other prod bots, never mind. Bots are waiting on stuff, which is fine. And yeah, last time we basically aborted this rich water pattern because we've got a new pattern for making gold happen, which isn't any of that stuff. So all of that can go away. And somewhere, I forget exactly where, is it this? Oh, it's right here. We're putting gold on a train here, and the train is going to take it to here. So that's a high value train route. Never mind. Do I have? I don't think I have any of these at the moment. Do I? I don't. Okay. Sorry, bots. Put it back. Put it back with the Control Z, and then yeah, I guess it's actually this exact station pattern we want again because we want half a belt of this stuff, and then all we've got to do is paste to this and then change the train station before any trains turn up and give us the wrong stuff. So it's not please reds, it's please gold. We'll get that changed first, and then we will add the icon we want on the end because it's important that trains don't turn up here and put the wrong thing here. So we've got a gold request station. Do we have? Yeah, am I using? I don't think we're using. Maybe not. Who knows? We're not going to be putting red chips in this. We're going to be putting gold in this, and then also there's a station test here, isn't there? So yeah, we've now not automated gold because there are no trains, but also the stations are not connected to anything, so let's do this ugly hack again. And yeah, now we will have gold from the moduled productivity bonus gold build, which is nice when the bots get around to building this stuff, which might take a while. And then we need to make a train, which we don't have the wagons for, so that's cool. I guess we head back to the main base then, and do the rest of the stuff we were going to do today and put a train on this. Actually, are there any? Where is this blue chips train? Do you need to be anywhere? Is there any? The module upgrades want it. Yeah, okay. That's pretty worthwhile given that the module upgrades are the thing we're kind of working on. And yeah, I think my science is kind of low on something because it's been pretty bad, and yeah, there's not a whole lot of purple here. There's just the purple that has recently gone into the labs, of which there's not much left. And so I reckon we just drop this thing from the queue. We'll come back to it later, but it's quite a lot of tech, and we can do things that don't require purple for a while. So yeah, so we've got to put another train down, have it go backwards and forwards between the gold bases. I think we're mostly okay. We're actually not quite set up yet. We're not in a particularly stable position because we don't have a train fuel plan, and I was going to do that last time and then didn't, and I'm going to do that again in the sense that this way. We're not going to do train fuel this time either. I want mod advancement. I want more fuel for that train, actually. I should have more fuel in one of these boxes. Yeah, give me all of this. You are basic train, you get basic fuel for a while, you'll be fine. And then you're going to be on gold delivery duty. Where's the other gold? That's this one. Full to empty. Let's add a time passed at... actually, probably don't need to worry about that at all. Yeah, just go and get stuff done. Deliver materials between places. That will be cool. Yeah, I want mod advancement stuff. I've got some lead coolant that I need to make. I've got some... We actually don't have... This one is not being used. A thing I'm not making that I really want are big turbines. So we're going to do that. How much are you asking for? I don't have much concrete, which isn't really surprising because concrete was one of the tiny awkward things that, yeah, is not going super well. But I do have the speed and... Yeah, so bots will bring this some more speed modules. These are exactly the speed modules that the rest of the base needs as well. Oh well. Do we have... In fact, you've got these speed modules. I can just put them in, yeah, this chest. Those are exactly the speed modules that the base was kind of looking for. But we still need more of those modules. Yeah. So we need big turbines. Shall we take this train and start to set up a new thing, because we want to make lead coolant, which is, yeah, it takes crushed lead. So yeah, where are we doing this? And what is the rest of the... What are all these guys? Are these guys all just module upgrades? They're all just module upgrades. Okay, fine. Yeah. Where are we going to build all this lead coolant stuff? Because we need to receive deliveries of water from somewhere, but all the places that are kind of close to the water are already kind of busy. I guess we could do lead coolant. Can we do lead coolant in here? There's trains on these three sides, which means I could have maybe 5 stations on these things, and I don't think I need that many. But we're also right next to a coal mine, so I might... Wait, no, I don't need crushed coal. I need crushed lead. Yeah, I reckon this spot here is probably going to be, because it's not too far away from the water. Actually, I was going to do something different with the water as well, wasn't I? And hey, remember when I said I didn't really have a train fuel plan? This one's quite an important train, and this is the kind of train that is using the kind of fuel that, yeah, I'm not actually manufacturing at the moment. This chest is requesting it, because it's going to be useful, because I need it when I'm setting up these trains, but I have no deliveries because I'm not manufacturing it, and I think I'm still not even going to manufacture it. I think we're going to get in here, we're going to drive down to this train, we're going to give it 3 stacks of this stuff, because it's lasted, like that gas train. When did I first do this train swap? It was a couple of episodes ago, wasn't it? So if yeah, you're just going there, you're fine. If I give this thing 3 stacks, and I mean, that was a big part of my fuel reserve, as it were. But also I was going down here to do this build, wasn't I? Sure. Oh wait, no, yeah, we can do this without... We can just do this with copy and paste. Yeah, some of these spots have lights. Yeah, if the trains that I've... What happened to all of... Oh no, oh dear. When I put the lights in, I got all these poles in the wrong place. Like, super in the wrong place. That's a bit disappointing. How many times did I do that? I guess I was one tile off when I shift-clicked them, because there's a bunch of places that don't get lights because... Yeah, disappointment. Okay. Do I fix that now? It's gonna really bug me. Let's finish the line about the train thing. Yeah, those trains have stayed fueled for a couple of episodes, so I reckon we're probably okay to not bother fueling that train again and getting this stuff done first. But actually I can take out... Yeah, this is gonna annoy me. Good job with precise mechanics and all of that. Some of these are going to require a little more surgery to clip out than others, but also all these power poles that I'm getting rid of are still in the lamp's blueprint that I'm going to use to put them back again. These ones somehow avoided... No, they didn't. There's doubles here as well. Yeah, those annoying ones I'm going to leave. But let's also put the power poles back in the correct place with the lamp's blueprint. It's the wrong way up? It is in fact the wrong way up. There. Okay, so now all the... Yeah, the lamp was in the wrong place, they were off by 1, everything was a bit awful. Oh well. Okay, so one of the things that we built last time, kind of, is this setup, which isn't as heavily beaconed as the others. In fact, this is probably still more than it needs, but this should give us In fact, it's definitely giving us a lot more than... Is it giving us more than half a belt? I'm not sure. In any case, we want more or less something like this pattern here. Probably not all of those washing things. But we are going to use this pattern to make a decent amount of lead coolant. Where are we going to start making lead coolant? I think we start making it... Do we start in the middle with the rich water? Do I want to have... Because this space, for reasons, we're going to end up with turbines in some places. Maybe that's a place where turbines go. Maybe this is a place... Actually, we've got two places that turbines can go over here. Yeah, so we'll start with the rich water over here. And we will attempt to do all of this garbage again. In fact, we can just... Yeah... Use lamps, he said. It'll make the base look nice, he said. Anyway, oh, and also I lost the thing I had in my paste buffer. But I also just noticed that there are some things over here I can blitz. And then also a lot more poles that are ugly. So that's cool. Yeah, things that I'm not going to deal with now. Where is... We need the somewhat beaconed 30% productivity uplift half belt of stuff build. Say, you know what, bring it, just have bots bring it, and then we will deal with other things later, because there's still actually in the same place, the other two stations. These two stations are exactly the stations I need, and other than the fact that there is a lubricant request station in the way, I am tempted to grab this whole thing. Yeah, we also don't have any process for doing anything with slag yet. Except it's in a different... Okay, so we don't want that, we don't want any of these, we don't want that, but this... Yeah, we don't want those guys, thanks. And then, how did I even... Oh yeah, I guess because this guy blocked where the lamp was, where I was trying to put the lamp off. Oh well. Things that will continue to haunt the space. And this is, yeah, this is a station that has slag, of which I have 0 trains doing this for me yet, so that's cool. This is not actually going to work the same way, because down here is always an infrastructure location. It's not somewhere I'm ever putting stations. Am I putting too many stations in? I don't think so. Yeah, there's still space. Yeah, we can have a station here. We can have yeah, so trains have still got to come in from the top. Do they know they've got to loop around from the other side? Yeah, this bit is also a little busted, but also whatever, it'll be fine. Yeah, so let's get that rich water station, where over here is the rich water request that we want. Not kind of that much of it. And I guess it has to go over on this side. Yeah, I wondered if these things were going to do that kind of stuff. Okay, but it's fine. Did I get... Yeah, I did get the station. It goes there. Like so. So we will have... except, yeah, these... Yeah, this is one of the other places where the lights don't quite work. But then again... Yeah, those guys were going to be, you know, sure, whatever. Okay, then... Which way round are we running this? Let's have it... This way round? Yeah. I think I like that. Let's have it here, because then this thing can... We're going to have another pump here, because pumping stuff is good. We're going to connect that there. Maybe we move this a little closer, but it doesn't really matter. Is that true? We're not going to do that at all. We're going to have this in line here. Yes, that is where I want things, because then we can have this one running this way. I don't have any of those. Okay, so we don't put that pole on yet, because this, yeah, this now means we can... yeah, all these recipes need to change. Did I? I didn't pick these things up. I brought them here so that I could change the recipes and then put them somewhere else, and then put them somewhere else without changing the recipes. So that was a cool trick. This here looks like it would be better served in this case like so. And then we can have all of Actually, not all of that. All of this slide down somewhat, and I guess we're just doing chunks of this on the other side, I guess. Sure, whatever. I'm not actually convinced that all of those things are going to connect, are they? This does not want to be here. That one doesn't really want to be there either. Sure. So, yeah, now we've got these things, we can change this recipe to lead, which is... I got the wrong station. That's not a station that wants to be there at all. This wants to be, yeah, even after saying, hey, I want the station that kind of has this, but not the lubricant station, managed to pick the wrong station anyway. It's this station here, and we want to grab all of that so we can get the circuit condition as well. And we're going to put it here. Okay, we're not going to put it quite there because there's a light in the way. But we're going to do that. We're going to clip out all this stuff because we don't care about it. Yeah, that's going to request the rich water that we want. We've now set this recipe so we can connect that up. These guys want to be molten lead, which is a fusion stage recipe. We are doing fusion stage things. And then lead plate. Lead plate. And this gives us... I mean, I think this probably gives us more than half a belt of lead, but I don't think I really need more than half a red belt of lead. Let's also find the same thing again, because somewhere there is a... Yeah, here's a filter inserter that is set to slag, which is the thing we need to get rid of and put on that train, which we are also not bothering to process it. We don't even have a train doing that stuff, so whatever. It's fine. Yeah, we've got... Why don't you have... Interesting. So I can't use... Okay. That is one of the different... This is... But these still... Yeah. No, because this is set to titanium. I want to set it to lead. But it's still... So I can still get... Yeah, so I can still use... I've got a lot of these things, don't I? I guess that's kind of good. I guess this means that we can set the prioritization on this module upgrades thing. Yeah, because I'm still not really getting... I'm not making enough prod mods for this to be... For it yet to be sustaining the production of both of these things. And these are... Yeah, I need to find myself a yellow splitter that has a prioritization on it, like this one, that I can then use to find the modules, and this prioritization is even around the right way. Yeah, we're kind of good for Stokes 2 modules at the moment. I've got another 160 of them. I guess they stack to 200, don't they? So this is eating all the modules, and then not leaving enough modules left over for this, so I don't have the prod mods. But that's going to address some of that, which is fine. And then all of the rest of this is pretty happy. It's fine. Okay, fine. Okay, so we are now making... This is lead plate, yeah? We're making lead. Okay, that's a thing that's necessary. You need some speed, you need some speed. I'm not going to need both of those beacons then, because this guy is already going at normal speed, which is already everything I need. And then also from the same build with this... Oh no, wait. We're not actually doing that with the lead, are we? I think we're going to do this as a temporary hack, just to get a lot of lead out. But this is actually not... Like, I think I'm going to attempt to remember to delete these things, because we don't actually want them for the lead plan. But let's have... Okay. Put that back. I want to look at this. The crushed lead is actually... Let's also look at the bulk recipes. Yeah, I am not anywhere needing to worry about these yet. I've got the lithium batteries. Recycling bots is going to be interesting. High energy crystals I don't have, but I know how to make them. Fusion tech. Yeah, high energy crystals are... we make these refined crystals, oh, also with lead coolant. I guess this is another good reason for doing the lead coolant first. Yeah, so there's another recipe that also uses crystal matrix and the advanced energy crystals, of which I have a ton, to make refined crystals. Those refined crystals I can do another thing with using the other lead coolant that I'm still making. So bots, yeah, bots are a recipe that we can worry about much later. And then fusion tech is the other thing that we're also still working towards while we're doing lead coolant. So lead coolant is the thing we need to be working on immediately. And this is the only recipe I've got to make lead coolant here, isn't it? Yeah. That's the one we want. And then we want a crushing thing. Actually, they're just up there. I'm just going to go and run up here and grab one of these crushing things. Because this is going to be... There we go. And then Control-Z, bots will bring me a new one. That's going to be a much easier way of... I mean, should I also have... Probably rather than all these Speed 2 modules in the middle of the thing, it would have been more effective to just have a bunch more modules. What is my module budget at the moment? Yeah. I think we're going to... I think we do both. I think we go... You know, a thing that I would like is... There's even some speed modules on the ground. I guess that's where they ended up when bots were doing some upgrades. Like, it doesn't even look like I need ceramic at the moment, but that's what we're going to do to just be a little more excited about... Oh, I guess the thing is, the speed modules in this thing will speed up these crushes and then not... Yeah, and balance them better against the assemblers, whereas these will speed everything up. So I'm still happy with doing both of those for a resource that I'm not even using a whole lot of yet. Okay, where is that crusher in my inventory? I should have just picked one up. Yep. And we want it to be making crushed lead. And what are... Yeah, how do I... I probably don't even have a big turbine yet, do I? Can bots bring me a big turbine, please? Like here. Yeah, it's kind of big, isn't it? And it also generates power, which is a thing I kind of hoped for. And... Yeah, I think the... Oh, wait, I also need the... I'm not really using... I'm definitely not using landmines myself. Where is... Do I have these heat exchangers? Yes. Because these heat exchangers are the other things I need to kind of look at that I'm pretty sure I'm making. And bots are bringing me these things because they're not complaining about not having them, so that's cool. Okay, so... If I have half a belt of lead, and I'm making this all into coolant, that's probably a whole lot more coolant than I need. Why are you not getting lead ingots? Oh, because you'd picked up slag. Okay, that's a good reason. Yeah, slag can go over there, and yeah, if I'm making half a belt of lead, even if I speed module these things, and I pretend that I'm getting... So now I need to think about this. Yeah, these have crafting speed 1.4, so I still need 20 of these things to process the lead at the rate I'm making the lead. I'm pretty sure I don't need lead for anything else. Let's just quickly fnay this. That's crushed coal. It's a fusion stage thing, because we're doing fusion stage things now. Usage, crushed lead gets turned into liquid lead coolant, and that's all. Okay, cool. Let's also check the lead plates, which are also a thing. Usage turns into crushed lead, and that's also all. So yeah, so I'm pretty happy. And I guess also this is going to be a small enough pattern. It's going to be one of those nice small patterns that I can just like put somewhere else and do a thing. Okay, fine. What rates are we on here? Outputs 1 a second of crushed lead. And how much crushed lead do you need to make coolant? 1 in 10 seconds. Okay, maybe we actually just beacon this stuff. You don't take Stokes modules. Okay, fine. We're just going to need a lot of these then, aren't we? And I guess we also just do... You know what, we could do tier 2 beacon things down the middle. Because if we're getting half a belt of lead here... let's move this recipe out the way. I kind of wanted that. Thank you. And then... Yeah, let's move all these things over here, and then bots can bring me more, and I will have these. I need 20 of these things to consume yeah, to produce a full belt of lead. But then this thing was a super long recipe, wasn't it? 10 seconds crafting speed. Only taking one crushed coal. I could super beacon this. Like I'm now looking at this thinking half a belt of lead turned into liquid lead coolant is a whole lot more than they need, but we're going to do it anyway. Is that true? Maybe. I think we're just going to have some number of these. We'll do this. Give me this back because we kind of want... that was in the wrong place. Okay, we'll have 2 of these here. We'll have, yeah, regular inserters, of which I have regular inserters because these are not going to need to be fast. We'll do this kind of thing. I've got that you want. And then... yeah, because I think that, yeah, this is why I wanted to see the heat exchangers. Because I wanted to make... lead coolant, yeah, that's the one that takes a ton of water. This is also one that takes a ton of water. All of those take a lot of water, except for the critical steam one. And then this doesn't have a recipe, we just put critical steam in. So what rates are we looking at? We're looking at 100 a second of critical steam, and you could be speed module, but that'd be kind of weird. And then you just use 100 a second, okay? So nominally these are kind of 1-to-1. But I might still want to tank it, who knows? But then also 100 liquid water, 100, yeah, so I think the plan is going to be, we'll make a bunch of lead coolant over here, we'll have some train stations where we receive hot and cold, yeah, where we put, let's do this with, where is the new pattern? The new pattern is the new pattern by the... no, there was a 4-long fluid pattern that I liked a lot more. I guess it's over here, isn't it? This thing. Yeah, so we can use this to get... can we put it here? I think that'll work, won't it? So this will give us... yeah, so the plan here is... do I have train station? Yes. Train station there. These things need to be... yeah, the power poles are the gaps between the train stations, yeah, where the gaps between the wagons. So if one is here, then all these things are kind of in the way. Did I put the lights... I might have put the lights back at the wrong place again. This one looks like it's okay. Yeah. Grumble, grumble. Things not being in the right place. I mean, the whole point of a city grid is for all this stuff to line up nicely. Okay, so these are going to be... these don't overlap at the moment, do they? No. So this is going to be... this is going to be the cold lead coolant. And then we're also going to have a station... this doesn't even have a name yet, does it? No, it doesn't. But then, do I have silos? Because one of these things is connected to this power pole and does not need to be. But this thing does need to... oh wow, this thing, yeah, if I'd done this with this better pattern, I could even connect silos directly to train stations. That's a whole lot better. Anyway, moving on. This pattern is going to be here. And we're going to flip all of these and delete some lights and be pretty unhappy about the rest of these as well. You know, oh well. And now we can have these tanks. So we're going to have a train station that receives hot lead. And I don't know, like, we're not going to do power grid like this. Have spicy lead. And the icon we're using for this is in the fusion stage, and we have, yeah, liquid lead coolant at some crazy temperature, so that's fine. And then... Did we not? These should be linked. They should have been linked. Oh, I guess, yeah, because I placed this station myself. Yeah, that's why. Okay, fine. In that case, we just go and link this thing again. Yeah, and they've kind of all got... Yeah, the train stations are continually a mess and will continue to be a mess. And then we've got... We've got the soothing lead, which is the same lead coolant but cool. And then... Yeah, I still need to think about these conditions as well, don't we? I actually don't think I do. I don't think... Maybe I just copy this entire thing somewhere else. But yeah, the plan here is going to be... We also need to get water from somewhere. And there is water here, but I need bulk water. So I think that ends up being over here. Because one of the things we want the water for is... okay. Yeah, we need water to be doing big turbine stuff. And then also we've got a little bit of water out of here, which we might connect to this, but it might not really matter. We wanted to place this thing so we can change this from the spicy lead to the... Please bulk water, is it called? Yeah, this one. And there are 2 trains here, and this station is... Yeah, now we need this to be... We need this one to be enable disable on water less than, say, let's have a lot of water. So, I mean, the capacity is 500,000. We're going to get 400,000. We also kind of need to put these pumps in, because otherwise the trains that are here are going to... Yeah, not be able to do things, not getting hit by anything, which is nice. Yeah, so we're gonna get the base to send back hot coolant. We'll heat exchanger this stuff into this critical steam with... Maybe this water should be over here. And then we just pump the critical steam that way. Because... Are you waiting for something? Oh, you're going through the station that has a train, as opposed to any of the other intersections that don't have trains in them. Yeah, I guess issues with doing things this way. There's not a train station... There's not a train station here, so I think I might actually move this to... Maybe we do put it here. I mean, because the water is also basically free. We can move that and not worry about losing stuff we put in the tank. Whereas this, yeah, let's put a lot of stuff in this tank. And I think we are going to still... We're going to put stuff in the tank, and then we are going to only put things in this tank if we have less than... Let's say 200,000. So we're going to make a lot, but the capacity of these things is like 500,000. So we're going to have a lot of it. We're going to be able to put a lot of it on a train, but we're also going to get a lot of it back from these big turbines. And the reason we're doing that is I'm pretty sure these things... Yeah, these things all use lead coolant, but not at a particularly high rate. So I reckon we can have a central place where we're just doing all of this stuff. And then these are something else, which with fusions things that I don't know about yet. This is other stuff that I'm not worrying about. These are, yeah, fusion power plant stuff. I think these ones, these power plants, yeah, 1000 lead coolant in 1 second is so much that we will try to build those near water sources, because we're going to have to. But let's get the rest of this going instead. How am I going to fit more of the... Yeah, because I wanted a lot more of these, didn't I? I decided I needed How fast was this recipe? 1 in 2 seconds. So if I still kind of need 20 of these things. If we did something like this, and I'm still quite certain this is a lot more lead coolant than we need, and we put one of these here, how much space? I think it does work, doesn't it? I think we will have enough space, because we're just going to make a vast quantity of... Did I get the power poles here? Yeah, that's going to be fine. Yeah, we're going to make a vast quantity of this stuff. All these speed beacons are also hitting some of them. It also doesn't matter because... Yeah, and then where we've got these guys... this is going to be make lead coolant from crushed lead. Yep. And we don't need this yet. These can also just be super... the other issue with making these standard inserters is that I'm not going to be able to copy this to either of the other segments of the build. What are we waiting on? We're waiting on still modules. Should the base not be... I thought I was making more of those in blue circuits. You're being delivered blue circuits. You're being delivered blue circuits from something a long way away. Is one of these blue chips? Yeah, so the blue chips is where we're not having a whole lot of that in the logistics network. Do we have... Is this just the rate at which we are making blue chips? It does look like this is just the rate at which we're making the blue chips. Why are you not... Ingredient shortage? You've got red chips, you've got acid. What is it that you don't have? Oh, you don't have gold. Interesting. Okay, so so with these beacons, I am now turning half a belt of gold into blue chips with 40% productivity. Okay. I think that means we can clip out this section of the basin of the build entirely because we're never using it, and then I think at some point we just have to copy this and put it somewhere else. Okay, because I really want these upgrades, the module upgrades that are happening in the main base can go here, and then the blue chip request that's in... Actually, you can just go like here. And then the blue chip request that you should find closest should really be the one of them all, and we should get those things upgraded. Okay. Yeah, because if these are doing... Can I do this? Can I just do this with a... No, because I need more than one of these, don't I? So I was playing with ideas like, if we've just got this thing here, then we can have a bunch of these beacons, which is probably going to be more than we need. In fact, let's... these beacons are actually the ones that line up with the build, aren't they? They do kind of weird things like that. So we can do... Those are not going to be necessary on... Yeah, how much have we... I guess we just put a splitter here and run it like this, and then move these into position roughly here, and then can I fit? Because I want to be able to fit. And the answer looks like it's yes, so that's nice. We slap that there. How do we get these things powered? Maybe we just don't have that one. Maybe we just go... Yeah, I think that's what we do. We have... oh hey, there's another train out of fuel. That's a thing that's just great. Is it the same train? No, it's a water train. Okay, that's kind of an important train as well. I don't think we worry about it. I think we go back for it later, and then this pattern, I guess, is a thing that repeats here, and then can I get another one in? I can. That actually lines up super well. And I reckon this is going to be... oh wait, no. This is... Yep. These ones are kind of silly and not well placed. Yeah, and in fact, all those inserters we're going to do differently anyway. because the inserters are like every two, whereas we kind of want this thing here and then one of these here. So we can do, I guess we do, yeah. And then we can go this far, I guess. Oh hey, there's actually, this worked out better than we had planned, perhaps. That can go there. I've still got quite a few pipes, but it's fine. And then this, yeah, this condition is actually the one that, because we've got a thing in a different place now, but this is now, yeah. So we're making that as, in kind of a nice way. These all did actually, and this side definitely did. But yeah, that should make us a ton of lead coolant super fast. So we're going to have a lot of lead coolant, which we can put on a train. Okay, so with that done, I think we need, yeah, we still need to figure out a recycling system for this. Did you not have... Oh no, this is the hot one. Yeah, the water's over there. Yeah, okay, fine. And then this train is still here. Okay, that's going to be a problem. Go over, like, go for, you know, have a little drive by yourself. I need to go and fuel that other train. It's fuel that I don't really have, which is, yeah. I mean, maybe if I can get to be making this coolant. Maybe the next thing is to go and start on the train fuel, because we're at least going to, yeah, this way we've at least got a train that can bring us coolant and a place to put a lot of coolant. Yeah, let's go hot coolant less than 450,000. So we're always going to have space for that. Yeah, we're going to have a lot of. So yeah, so we kind of don't need to worry about setting up these big turbines yet at all. And in fact, I was going to do this water differently as well. So I guess that's a good thing about being down here. Because I wanted to landfill more of this. Yeah, do I have landfill up here? I don't. Do I've only got the... Do I have the modules that you want? I do have the modules that you want. Okay, you can go faster. Yeah, because the thing I wanted to do was... These are currently only pumping at the rate at which these pumps can operate. Whereas, maybe I just go back and get the landfill and make that change myself. Might be the easiest way. Yeah, a thing that's not good for fuel efficiency is picking the stuff up and picking up these trains and putting them back down all the time. But never mind. Are we at least running this coolant now? He needs a speed module. It has all of the inputs. That speed module is going to, because it's going to add 50%, is going to triple the amount of throughput we get, assuming everything else keeps up. So that's going to be fine. This stuff is still getting vented in a way that I'm kind of fine with. This is all backed up. These guys are doing a ton of work. Yeah, these beacons are hitting a lot of dudes. We are probably making... Yeah, we've already made... Okay, we haven't quite made 100k, because it's not quite distributing through the tanks well enough, but that's also fine. Okay, things I wanted to do that water feed with differently. Do I have pumps? I have some number of pumps. Let's get some more pumps. Pumps going to be in here? Yes. Offshore pumps in here. Do I... Oh, the power grid had offshore pumps for me. So yeah, so, and then I've also got all of these Stokes 2 modules, which can live in here, because I'm not really super going to need them. Okay. Yeah, we'll go and... Because one of the ongoing concerns is, how quickly am I going to be able to fill this train? And at the moment, I'm limited by the offshore pumps, when I could have... If I went offshore pump into tank into pump, then the trains will load at the rate of the pumps, and also, yeah, the pumps instead of the offshore pumps. And also, I am super less concerned about being able to find enough water now that I've got water in other places and all that's kind of secure. So the pattern we want is going to be something like this, and then I apparently want one more tile. And then we can have offshore pump here, and then we can do this several times. Yeah, okay, so we can actually sneak through there, that's nice. I'm not sure about the top one, though, can I? Can I get... I should also be able to get 2 of these... Yeah, so... Let's not put it there, but we can put it here and here. Yeah, I can get 2 of these per... So, and I might even be able to line it up so the pump on the other side hits the 3rd thing. Yeah, so there's like... There's three kind of balls on tanks that make up a fluid wagon, and you can only ever connect one pump to one tank, so you can never load a fluid wagon with more than 3 tanks. But, you know, you can completely fill it with one tank. We finished that tech. That was not expected. Advanced isotopes? I mean, I'm not doing anything with isotopes yet, but I guess this way we'll have more recipes to be confused about when we do. And then I guess we go back to the tokamak reactor. How much space science do I have sitting around? I have a decent amount of space science, because this is also not including... Oh no, waiting on RCUs, not entirely surprising, because blue chips. Yeah, so I think we're going to do... Let's get some more explosive damage, because that's nice. And maybe bot speed? Not bot speed yet. We'll get this kind of stuff. Okay, so then I can have 2 of these, not quite there, but also we can just move the things on this side at this point. The thing I was wondering about is, especially with this little patch, how are we going to get... you're actually... Is there anyone waiting for... Yeah, someone is waiting for water, so you can have the rest of that. Let's take all of these out and just do this differently again, I guess. Because we can have... yeah, this is a good place to be hit by a train. Let's not get hit by trains. Yeah, that's fine, isn't it? It's probably going to be fine, because whereabouts are... Yeah, I think we can make that work. So we can have 2 of these guys here, and then we can have 1 tank here, which we can pump from this lake, and then another tank here. Yeah, so we can in fact get 2 tanks on all of these things, which is, I think, a good deal. I mean, I could have multiple tanks on these things if that one spot, apparently that is the one magical spot that connects all of these things up. Yeah, I could have more tanks on this side as well, but this is going to fill these things super fast. I've also got these, and then we want 1 here, and then 1... One of these guys here? Yes. That other one is kind of in the way, but there is something that will work, because then we can pump from that one and this one, and we are now... Yeah, so this should now go... Okay, if I actually give these guys the pumps, this should all... We're now pumping a whole lot faster, so we could even... Maybe I could do a stacker thing, except it goes back to here, wouldn't it? All of these things are in the... Yeah, we're not going to bother about that. Okay. Okay. We are... I'm pretty sure I'm absolutely blasting out this lead coolant, aren't I? Yeah, that's going to be fine. Especially as I don't actually need to maintain throughput. I just have, actually, this pump here. Where is... I actually want to change the amount of lead coolant that I'm making, because I'm concerned that I'm going to be able to overfill those tanks and then not be able to return coolant from the big turbine loop if I need to. So let's have this guy only make if we've got less than 150. I mean, it was already quite a lot, wasn't it? Yeah, so, okay. Next things we're going to do, we're going to go and look at this train fuel thing, because this train fuel thing is really an issue. We don't want to go there at all. We want to go to the core because that's got the stuff we want for the train fuel. And we've still done some useful things today. We've got some research done. We're waiting. We've almost built all the modules we needed. We've almost built all the modules we needed. Yeah, these guys got beaconed. These guys got moduled as well, so we're making rich water at a higher rate, which is cool. I didn't really need to pick that up, did I? Because we're putting it back down again immediately, because we are going to go and do a train fuel build, of which I still don't really know. Is this the... This is not the one I even wanted. So one of these, yeah, the one by itself is the one with the turbochargers that go nice and fast and stuff. Okay. Yeah, what do we... Because I wanted to do stuff with these things. I've got these oil processing facilities. Give me some more pumps. We're going to need some of these. We'll have some of these. Do I have silos? I should have silos. I don't have silos there. Yeah, we've got some silos here. Fluid wagons we're kind of going to need. I've already got pumps. We've already got enough of these things. I've got some beacons. Let's also... Beacons? Modules. Let's get... And I've got a feeling for these ones we might actually need some speed mod 3s because... Well, yeah, efficiency modules, because these things are horrifically polluting. And I've got 30 of them. That's way more than I need. Yeah, pollution 20 a minute, a megawatt of fuel used, never mind. Let's go up to... It's not that way, is it? It's over here. Yeah, we're going to do this... We're going to do this thing where... So these pump jacks have probably got their speed modules because we asked them to have speed modules. This guy has never worked. This one... Okay, so these ones here don't need to exist, and then this one... Okay, cool. And that's still... Yeah, that's a big... I guess this is the oil that has not run down. But how is our oil supply going? It's not actually that... Like, we don't have all that much banked up, do we? We might actually have to tap the other oil earlier than we thought we were going to, which is still fine. Okay. I think this is going to be one of the ones where we kind of put some stuff down, and I'm going to need water here as well, aren't I? Yeah, we definitely are. Because, is that true? This is going to be one of the things where we... Okay, I'm still going to need it for cracking. Because we've got a lot of recipes to choose from. We want something that gives us kerosene. Kerosene separation is fine. Do I need... Yeah, what am I just making acid here as well? Make steam. So we're going to need steam. I could make steam here if I made solid fuel from any of these things. I could also just bring in steam from... Is this... Yeah, this train here... Maybe I do just... Yeah, because... There is still the issue that this thing might back up. Because I think what we're going to... Yeah, so where is the... It's an assembler recipe, isn't it? The fuel recipe I want is not that one. It's the one that uses more crystals, because crystals have cross-dependencies on other things. So I need diesel fuel units and charged energy crystals. I'm not going to need that. I should have somewhere in storage... It is, in fact, this thing. This is the electric energy injector, which is a thing we've done a bit with. It's how we made the charged grenades, and it's also how we make the charged crystals that go into this diesel fuel unit. To make the diesel... They were a chem plant recipe? Desulfurized kerosene, acidic water... What made the... What building... Because it did have to go through desulfurized kerosene. Which building made the desulfurized kerosene fuel, and do I still have them over here? Chem plants, acid stuff, kerosene burners, desulfurized kerosene over here. Okay, I guess we see if we can find desulfurized kerosene, multiple kerosene recipes. Diesel fuel unit, also made in an assembler. Okay. Okay, in that case... Wait, no, that's this one. That's the one I was already... No, this is the energized one, isn't it? Yeah, okay. And we're having more trains run out of fuel? which is also the other water one, which I probably should have anticipated. Yeah. So I've apparently pushed my luck with this train fuel stuff kind of as far as I can, by the looks of things. Actually, we want to go this way, don't we? What we're actually going to do is... Oh, yeah, there was the other thing that I was going to do, wasn't there? I'm pretty sure these two mining posts over here are still doing this fuel request thing. And I'm just going to grab their fuel so that I can put it in this other water drain, because the other water drain needs it. But then the other thing that I've noticed is, yeah, these things, which we got rid of last time, yeah, at this point, these things were the non-moduled smelting arrays that we were going that we cut the feeds from. The stations have emptied everything out, so I think at this point, yeah, give me this back, and then let's go to... Okay, we're just going to do this the dangerous way and go the wrong way around this track, which is fine. And then give me this thing as well. And then let's wander down here so I have these. And then we want a deletion planner that has a blacklist on roboports and rail and signals. And give me these back. And then do I have... Did I have the same over here? No. Okay. And then we can... Yeah, we can go and find this train, which is, by the looks of it, here. And in that time, we can think about... Yeah, I think we're just going to get this deletion planner, and this currently includes power poles as well, but I'm not super concerned about that. And we're taking out all the trees from the middle as well. I'm just going to blitz all of that, and this is going to depower some of the roboports, as long as I don't... Like, I'm happy that these roboports are still going to connect to everything, because these power poles, and there's a power pole in here as well, but it means we can just deletion planner all of this stuff. And we'll take all the power poles out as well, but that's fine. Yeah, because those guys are still powered from the bottom. Press the right buttons. Oh, this is the other train. This is the steam train that I'm not using. It's also kind of blocking things. Well, you know... Oh yeah, because this one also wants to be passenger present, because that's just kind of got to be out the way. Okay, so where is this fuel train? Okay, it's under the petrochem. Good job. Which is just, yeah, this little blockage here is what we're going to go address. You need to go just a little further forwards. And then, are you still blocking that intersection? Okay, just give me this carriage back. Yeah, so we've blitzed a bunch of this stuff, which is fine, and then let's put all the important power poles back with the lamps that we will put in the correct place, as opposed to any of the incorrect places which we have done previously. And we've got lamps here, we've got things here, okay, so that's fine. And then the other thing we're going to do is... did we never have the grid here? Did the grid not fit there? Why is that not a real intersection? Let's make that a real intersection. And then the other thing we're going to do is this blueprint of smelting needs the big poles at the bottom because it fits precisely here. And then we're going to have bots work on that as well. We're going to get module things. We've got places where beacons go. Then we can plug these things back in. These train stations don't have their real names yet, but that's fine. We can deal with that later. And we're at the place where we found the train that was out of fuel, so that will have fuel. And yeah, now we can go back to thinking about the thing that we actually want to do. And yeah, I think the plan for this is... I mean, despite the fact that train fuel was the thing that I definitely needed to work on, I haven't really thought about which of these recipes for the petrochem side of this I want to use, other than... Where am I going? I'm going up here? Okay, fine. I haven't really thought about which of these recipes I want to use other than this collection of train fuel that will use up these crystals. So we've got not actually a lot of station space, do we? Because we've got to get crystals. We've got to get crystals in somehow, and then charge them. I guess I could Logibot crystals in, although it is kind of a long way. Where? Yeah, because the mall is here. The other place crystals are is all the way over here somewhere, and I kind of wanted this train to bring me crystals, but then we've also got to repurpose this train to be doing basically this thing but with the new fuel, and these bots can... yeah, missing construction robots, that's fine. Oh, because these guys don't have all that many bots left. Yeah, sure, whatever. Yeah, so I think we want a train station for... We actually need multiple train stations. We need a train station for crystals. We need a train station for either water or steam. We're going to need at least a train station for water for cracking. So I think if we do use any of these steam recipes, we make the steam ourselves. We're then going to end up with either gas or acid, or maybe both, as another thing we need to kind of vent. So there's going to be a lot of stations around here. I think the upside is we don't need... I don't think we need a lot of this. Like, the main purpose of the station is going to be putting train fuel on... yeah, putting train fuel on a train, which we will then train by various other places to the different parts that the Logibots will then take it to where it needs to go. And you still don't... Okay, there's just, like, things not needing... yeah, because we are done with our coolant, which is absolutely cool. Yeah, I think we leave it here and we figure out... I say we. Yeah, because you want to... I've got multiple crystal charging methods. Yeah, we want these crystals because they're going to do the best at using up the rest of the crystals that I have sitting around the place. We want to desulfurize this kerosene, and then we want to turn it into fuel units. Desulfurize kerosene. We then have... yeah, it is going to be acid, isn't it? It's going to be acid because we're going to get acidic water. We're going to get acidic water out of this thing. And then there's also almost like the fancy kerosene separation. Sulfur-driven oil. There's a kerosene separation somewhere. Yeah. Also, doesn't... I was wondering if this needed coal as a catalyst or something like that. Carbon-enriched kerosene separation. So I think what I might do is look at carbon-driven oil processing, which gives us a bunch of kerosene. Also, kerosene and carbon-enriched kerosene separation, which gives us a bunch of stuff. And because that means we only have to bring in coal, I guess. So we're going to need to bring in coal as well, and water. We're not using any of those yet. So let's have... and I'll think... am I going to think more about ratios? I mean, I'm not even sure that these are... are these were the fancy versions of things, weren't they? Where is... yeah, oil processing facility followed by kerosene-based... yeah, so basically I'm defaulting to the fancy versions of these things, but there's also just a lot of inputs and a lot of outputs, so I might muck around with a few decent patterns. I don't think I'm going to need a whole lot of throughput, because this is all about just making train fuel. But I think that's mostly going to be the plan that we will think up next time. That, I mean, we're kind of doing stuff, I guess. Labs, let's check on labs before we close off the episode, and they are unhappy because I don't have yellow science, which is a thing I thought I was pretty good at making, but I guess it's down to the blue chips that we're not really making. So cool. Maybe that's the thing that we do next time. Maybe next time we kick off the next episode with cloning the blue chips build, and then also I shall have figured out by then how many of each of these buildings I want and how stations will fit. Actually, I've only got 2, 3, 4, 5 stations because I can't put stations on the top of this thing. And I want crystals, coal, acid out, water in. That's this is gonna be a busy section, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, we'll call it there. I will come up with some kind of plan, or at least some number of buildings that I want, and we'll smash in some stations as well. We probably might just hack the stuff together later. It'll probably be fine. Factory is more or less turning over. We are at least, yeah, we're kind of bottlenecked by blue chips at the moment. It's a thing I think I'm okay with. So yeah, things continuing is fine.